So recently I've been thinking about how to make content faster because I tend to take too long in the ideation process and then also all of the setup for filming, because as a person who's well versed in photography and that likes film, I like everything to be a certain quality level. But the ones who are kind of set up like that, where you have like this really nice light and this beautiful, amazing background, and of course a big honking microphone that signals to everybody that supposedly you're a pro. Like those aspects, when you see them in a video now, I feel like people are almost gravitating away from them because it's a look that's just overdone now. So I think what I want to do is there'll be more like run and gun situations. I might not have so much of a script because I'm used to working with a teleprompter. And also, I want to be more loose about the quality of the video while still keeping things high, but just doing things faster and doing things from a more natural process. I'm just going to ramble because this is going to get... This is why I use a teleprompter. But I do think that there is a benefit to speaking without a teleprompter, speaking without a script. It's good to have in mind some key points that you want to make, just so that everything does continue to feel like it has some sort of organization. At least for me anyway, I think everybody who just relies on a teleprompter does it mostly out of fear. Fear that we're going to be lost for words, or fear that we don't know how to properly express everything that we want to get across. Second of all, using a teleprompter kind of takes away from the natural feel of how somebody actually talks. It feels more conversational because I don't have a script. So more of these off the top of the head videos, I feel like are just going to be more my style. And then cutting down on the gear, as we mentioned before, that's needed to put the entire video together will help the video production become faster. What do I mean? Well, one is like this little mic, and I love using this mic, you know, the big podcast microphones, and I love how they sound. So we may go back and forth from those. But if I want to film like in another location, then this has to be hooked up to like a recorder, or it has to be hooked up to my computer so that I can record audio at the same time. And then later in post-production, you need to synchronize both the recorded audio with the video because I don't have it going directly, which doesn't take long, but over the course of many videos is just that extra step that's going to add ever so slightly to the time that it takes for production, and it's going to slow you down. You're just going to dread doing it because of the extra steps. The second one is, even though I love color grading and other things like that, like today I'm not shooting in log, and I'm also shooting in auto white balance. You know, like these are cardinal sins. You never shoot in auto white balance. You never shoot in not in log, because it takes away the flexibility that I have to grade this or change color levels later on. But honestly, if things look pretty good straight out of camera, then this isn't a Hollywood production, so I can just use it as is, and it's going to speed up the workflow. I'm going to be able to finish this video faster, I can upload it faster, and we can have more content faster. So those are my thoughts, and I just wanted to put this also in a video for anyone whose content production schedule and techniques have become too complicated, to remind you that you are the brand. If you're speaking to camera and you have original ideas, then it doesn't matter if you have everything perfect, and especially scripted perfectly, said perfectly, lit and sounding perfectly. Although I guess if you were going to choose one, then it should be that it sounds good. That's one thing that people will not stand for, is bad audio. But aside from those things, think of anything that you can do in your process to make your content production just go faster, be easier. If you remove barriers, if you remove things that make it seem or feel harder, then you're going to have a better time doing it. You're going to do more of it. You're going to put out more content and grow your audience. That's what I'm going to try to do on this channel. And if you put this into practice, or this is something that you feel like you should be doing, then please let me know in the comments. Take care. See you next time.